And welcome back and welcome to today's Community Corner. Self-love is defined as regard for one's own well-being and happiness. And one organization is inviting you to this opportunity to learn and have a dialogue through a panel discussion on how self-love and mental health coincide with each other. So joining us today is Charles Miner to tell us all about the event. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course, it's good to see you here. So this is sounds like a really great event, and this is such an important topic. So let's talk about, well, first of all, let's talk about what is the event? What is it called?
The event is called Do You Love You? And basically that is, we're going to just dive in to see, you know, how you really feel about yourself, because we go through a lot of things and we let them become our norms.
Right.
So we're going to have a lot of discussion, candid discussion, if I may say, about that particular issue.
Well, that's good. And I love the title, Do You Love You? I think a lot of people, their knee-jerk reaction is, of course I love myself.
Right.
But, you know, there's
a lot more that go into that.
Yeah.
That go into that. And so we're going to dive deeply into that particular topic and talk about how, if you love you and mental health, how that can kind of correlate a little bit.
Right. Yeah, and let's talk about that. So how does mental health coincide with self-love?
Well, you know, when you're just used to doing the same things over and over, become repetitious to it, you know, if you're not taking care of your temple, meaning your body, you know, you're not really loving yourself. You know, because you might be dealing with a lot of stresses and things that have been going on in your life, especially over these last few years.
Right.
We might have neglected some important things, so we're going to kind of throw that out there and see what the reactions to that might be.
Well, that's good. And there's going to be a panel discussion, you mentioned?
Yes, there will be a panel. We have some panelists that are, they're going to give their testimonies. Some of them do work within the topics that we're going to talk about. And we have a particular young lady, 19, that's going to have a powerful testimony, and really she's geared more toward the young people and a lot of things that are going on right now, but that also can, if you're dealing with things, that can also impact other people in your family. So we're going to have some discussion, and we also have several agencies that actually deal with the mental health, from the younger generation to a senior, that's going to talk about and be there with services that after the discussion, if you want to talk to them, you know, it's going to be kind of exciting for us.
Absolutely. And what is your main goal and your main hope that people take away from this event? My
main goal is people to come in with an open mind, you know, listen, but also participate. We you know, we don't want to be just lecturing you. We actually want participation. So if you have a question for one of the panelists, if you don't want to stand up or whatever, there will be pens and paper where you can write your question. People will be walking around to gather your question. If you have a question for a particular panelist, we can try to get that, and hopefully you can learn some things about yourself that maybe you didn't know before you came in.
Yeah.
That's the main goal for this.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yes, ma'am. And it's been something that's been on my heart for a few years, especially even in the work that I do, working with families and young people. And we've been having so many things, unfortunately, that's been going on in our communities of late. So we want to kind of just do a little review to see. And it's also the first time that we're going to have our soft opening for things that we're going to be giving away. We're going to open our first food pantry that's coming. So that's going to be a soft opening that day. So we're excited about a lot of things that are going to transpire that morning.
A lot of good things, a lot of good things happening. That's wonderful.
Yes, ma'am.
And where is this event happening?
This is going to be at 2815 Westlake. It's right behind the Ross Strip Center, Westlake Strip Center, the Church and Living God, that's under the direction of Vice Chief Bishop Leroy Smith Jr. So we want everyone to come out. It will be at 10 o'clock, start promptly at 10 to 1. If food is a reason for you to come out, we're going to feed you as well, if that's going to be your draw. But we think that a lot of people will get a lot out of this. And it's also going to be the kickoff for my book that I wrote, The Trials of a Misunderstood Man.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to be doing that morning. And this is just something, especially in the mental health, because I had a scare. This is a redo of the event we were going to have in May. So I had to take a deep look at my own mental health and health. And we will have one individual, Dr. Robbie Bell, that will be specifically talking about, for men, why we do not go to the doctors. So we're going to unpack a lot.
Yeah.
I can't give you everything. We just need you to come out.
Sounds good.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
Saturday at 10.
This Saturday at 10 a.m. It's from 10 to 1, but please get there. We've been having people to sign up. So we're looking for a nice event that Saturday morning, this coming Saturday.
Sounds good.
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful event there. Thank you so much, Charles, for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me and looking forward to all to come out.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, stick with us. We'll be right back.